everybody, and welcome to Sporting Journey. Hope everybody's doing well. Just wanted to touch on Mohamed Kudos and the interest from Spurs and the West Ham fan base is rightly in a bit of disarray, saying that West Ham shouldn't sell Kudus to Tottenham because of rivalry and stuff. And I get it, I hear it, I understand it. But what I would say back to that is simple: is this number one? West Ham desperately need the money. Potter needs the money. McCleary needs the money. Macaulay needs the money. And I don't see any other player being in high demand. And if the only player you've got to sell is Mohamed Kudos, I don't see what choice you've got. And it's all right saying keep him, but then where does the money come from for transfers? I just don't know if I know that the reports come out and says that they're willing to put in £90 million of their own money, Sullivan into club and stuff. But if they know that they can get money for Kudos, why on earth would they put money into their own club? So how Sullivan works. It's all right whinging about it, but no one seems to do it about it. I mean, I know Nick from Claret and Booze has got a petition, Sullivan and Brady out going, but other than that, I don't see a right lot being said. And if you think about it, West Ham, I'm not saying the fans, I'm saying West Ham as a club is like Kudos Ham. It come when when you were attractive in Europe. There's no European football for him. He's been let down by Potter because he can't get the best out of him. So Kudos has come to develop his skills, and instead he got worse last season. So if anyone's to blame for Kudos, if anyone's got bad to say about Kudos, about him, not wanting him to sell it, maybe what he should be doing is looking at the club and saying, why the hell haven't you got the best out of him? Do you know what I mean? I know he's not going to kick off a stink to leave West Ham. He's not that sort of a player. But I do. If Levy, I mean, the other rumour is that Levy's going to lowball West Ham for Mohamed, for the bid for Mohamed Kudos. Of course he is, because he knows, number one, how desperate West Ham are for cash, and number two, nobody else is coming in for him. I mean, Chelsea coming for him, but they were going to swap a bit of money in some players, but West Ham said no, and Potter don't want any of them players. And it's Potter must want somebody from Chelsea who he's worked with. He must do. I know he had a crap time with it at Chelsea, but you would have thought there might have been one or two players who took to him and he took to them. You know what I mean? We all know how dull and boring he is. But he must have worked out. He must have got a tune from somebody out of Chelsea. But yeah, look, if Kudos goes to Tottenham, unfortunately, the only people to blame is the club and the owners. Do you know what I mean? They've put the club in this position. Kudos have put the club in this position. He's got no ties to West Ham. He's not a Mark Noble or a Gerard Bowen or anyone, is it? You know what I mean? Or a Mikel Antonio, heaven forbid. He's not that type of player. He came to West Ham to better his career, and to be honest, his career's. Some people will say stalled. I'd go as far as saying it's gone backwards, personally. But that's on the club and the management who the club bring in. If a coach can't get the best out of Kudos, then that coach clearly isn't a very good coach, is he really? Because by all counts, Kudos is a cracking lad. He don't cause no trouble. Does he? And he's not. He just wants to play football and better himself. And if Potter can't get that out of him, maybe for Kudos' sake, And if you are fans of Kudos, and if you're West Ham fans, maybe you might understand and appreciate why he wants to go to a club like Tottenham under Thomas Frank as his manager. Because let's be honest, if he goes to West Ham, if he goes to Tottenham from West Ham, sorry, within a matter of a month, a 3 month, you'll see a massive improvement to Kudos. You'll see it something in Kudos the West Ham fan base never saw consistently enough, and I think that's the problem. That's the biggest problem for West Ham and for Kudos. If Tottenham are serious and do make an official bid, I've got a strange feeling Kudos will say, "Please let me go." Do you know what I mean? And by all accounts, Graham Potter's already sanctioned this deal to happen anyway. The deal for Kudos to be sold anyway. So there's no loyalty with David Sullivan like there is with West Ham fan base. There's none. He won't care who he sells him to as long as he can get money in to help improve West Ham's chances of survival. Because if you remember what he said that if we keep the likes of Kudus, Alvarez, and Paqueta, we'll get relegated. These were Sullivan's words, not. So he'll be happy to see Kudus go. It don't matter, even if it is for a lot less than what you West Ham fans value Kudus at. At the end of the day, we can all value a player at a price. It's if the club's desperate to sell him, it's what that club's going to be willing to pay for him, and I think that's the difference because everybody knows that West Ham are in a desperate situation where they need to sell players, and with that coming out from the club, you've made West Ham have made a rod for their own backs. Really, they really have. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching this edition of Sporting Journey. Until next time, have a great day, guys. Look after yourselves. Speak to you all soon. Bye bye.